You said, and I think it was in the Billboard piece about just like how great like the Britneys and the NSYNCs and the Christinas were, and just how you'd like to somehow try to find a way back to maybe the simplicity of that time in pop music. What made that time so great, in your opinion?
Just fun, like so much fun. Like
Yeah.
no ego involved with it really. Just and I just think we kind of need that right now. You know, we need to all kind of have a little bit of fun in this dark world that we live in right now.
Yeah, things have gotten pretty complex
Yeah.
in the United States.
And I think, again, it was AP or Billboard, but you were saying that you feel like we're a little off the mark culturally right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a time of deep transition, I think, for all of us, and I think everybody's feeling it. Everybody's kind of feeling the weight of the cultural moment that we find ourselves in. And so we wanted to make an album that was pop, but that wasn't void of sentiment, that was still saying something, you know. And so, which turns out to be hard to do. It's like the minute you do a dance record, it's like no one's trying to hear you wax on about your deepest fears or anything. But I think it was trying to find that balance of making a super fun record that was also saying something.
Yeah, I almost think of it as a kid. You remember medicine would just taste terrible, but then there was like that one medicine that was like cotton candy flavored. And that's like meaningful pop is always like that to me, where it tastes good and you're like, oh, I'm getting better listening to this too, you know? And it's so instant too. Like the more video we showed you at the top of the show, it's just like, you know, even in a micro scale of today and just the heaviness of today and running around this crazy city of New York City, immediately like my spirits were lifted by that. It's just
right
so
on.
quick and it's cool and it's just, you know, it's a nice escape.
My pop is a theater director, and like 8 months ago when we were in the thick of the album, he was like, oh, come into my theater, like watch the opening line of this play that's playing. And we were sitting there in the dark, and this character goes like, will there be singing in dark times? And somebody's like, yes, there will be singing in dark times. And he was like, I thought that would resonate with you with this album. And that's kind of how we feel about it. It's like, I think as a country, it is a really difficult time, but I just think there's still room for joy if we can make it.
Do you think pop has gotten too pretentious at times? Like we talk about the evolution, right? From like sort of there's that happy, no ego, Matt, you were saying before, from 20 years ago. Like, how do you feel about the evolution of that sound?
I mean, I don't want to hate on pop. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. I love modern music. I ingest so much of it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's important to say something personally. I think like if you're not saying something, it's like it is a platform, and you should use it to, as much as you can, honor your true self. And I think we all have these vulnerable internal selves that go on whether we acknowledge them or not. And yeah, I think there's always a good majority of us that are just faking it. You know what I mean? I think it's better if you can just to try to show up and be vulnerable. Not that like, and look at us, we're nailing it. But I do think it's like, you know.
Yeah, songs with substance stay around, you know, and you want to revisit them, and you can go, it's like a well, you can go back to and get something from.
And you can internalize it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and put it on your own, yeah, exactly.
Right, I had a
Compare
good
it to
time at that
yourself
party, but it's not going to stay with me, as opposed to something like a really deep chat with a friend.